Okay?
Yep.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're actually going to punch. Yay. The hardest part for me, because I'm blonde, I think, was threading the needle. When you get your punch needle, for the love of God, don't lose this little piece, because this is more important than anything. I do have replacements here in the shop, so if you do, it's not catastrophic, but it was for a while. You're going to take your threader, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, you're going to stick it through the tip of your needle.
Too bad.
I can hardly wait to see the filming on this.
Okay. That was a little too close.
Woo! Okay, you're going to put it in all the way. See how it's coming out the open end?
You can't keep lifting it up and
You're
down
going
that
to take
fast.
your floss. I have to stay in the frame. Hold on. You're going to take your floss. Are we good?
I think so.
You're going to put it through the threader. You're going to pull it out the tip. I'm trying to keep from moving it. And then you're going to thread the eye. Like I said, I use 6 strands, and here's why. I hate threading a needle. It's as simple as that. If I'm going to sit and punch, I want to sit and punch. What I do, I pull about, I don't know, a good amount out of the skein. I set the skein up here on my shoulder, Mom. I set the skein up here on my shoulder just to keep it out of the way, because the thing is, if you're punching and you have any tension at all on your thread, say you've got it caught under your sleeve or something, it's not going to come out right. You'll notice, hey, this isn't working right.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Maybe you should back up. Do we need to start again? Mom swore. I told you she's got a potty mouth. Okay. What I've done is, this is just a scrap piece of weaver's cloth I just drew a line on, because what I'm going to show you is the direction, and yes, my nails are awful. I just don't even look at my fingers. The open end of your punch needle, and there is a name for this, but I don't know what it is. So the open end...
Needle hole.
Yeah. The open end is going to be the direction you're going. So if you're punching this way, your open end should always be going that way. I've got my needle set on 2. Punch. The most important thing and the hardest thing to get for people is coming out and going over the next hole. Take it slow when you're starting. You don't want to come up off the fabric, because if you do, this is what's going to happen. If that does, pull your thread from the top so that it's even again. Barely come off the fabric, punch all the way down, come off the fabric, punch all the way down, come off the fabric. Pretty soon you'll be going along just like this. This little noise drives my husband crazy at night. And the reason it's so loud is because for some reason I have a little hang thingy on the end of my punch needle I have to sand down. I don't know why that happened. Your design will be reversed. This is the back of your design. When I punched this sheep, this was how I punched. This is the back of my design. When it was done, it came out facing the other direction. This is very important if you're doing lettering or a flag or anything that's directional. Being blonde, I can tell you, I have punched a few flags, turned them over and said, oh no, because I forgot to reverse it. What I'm going to show you is the underneath here of what I've just done. You see it? See my needle? I'm going to punch. Can you see it, Mom?
I think so.
This is how it comes out underneath. If you are new to punch needle and you buy a pattern, I recommend you put it on your hoop or your frame, whatever you're going to do. Draw yourself a straight line on the side of the pattern and do some practice punching first. When I said that I didn't like threading the needle, that's simply personal preference. If you're going to use 3 strands or 1 strand, what you're going to end up doing is cutting about an 18 to 20 inch segment of your floss, and then you're going to separate it. You're going to separate it into the 1 strand or the 3 strands. That's why I don't like to do it. I'm lazy, I guess. But I also prefer the larger designs. So with the larger design, you're going to have 6 strands. And here's the crow all punched. Again, the general rule of thumb that I learned when punching is to keep your rows about the width of your thread apart. So of course, if you're using 1 strand of floss, you're not going to be able to see any background material because it would be so close together. But with 6 strands, you're going to see a little bit of spacing. Otherwise, it would really get too bunchy. I did the grass down here. I did the rainbow in the corner. Now what I will do is start on the edge, do a row around here. I'm going to do gold, and then I'll fill in. I'll come right up against the crow and punch all along here, do down in between the legs right here, down in between the feet, and just fill it in. It's just like coloring with thread. And I'll show you the front. As you know, the design is reversed, so it's going to come out the front. Or come out the back, I should say. I'll show you more when it's done. Okay, as you can see, I've finished punching this piece. I started and went around all 4 edges, and then just kept filling in, filling in, filling in. This took approximately 5 skeins of thread for the background. When you purchase a pattern from the Old Tattered Flag, it comes with a thread card for suggestions on colors that I use in it and the amount based on punching with a number 2 height. So this is the front. You can see, you flip it over. I wanted to show you that when you get done, if you can look down, I'm trying to show you, I'm not sure if you can see, hold your piece at this eye level like this, and you'll see threads that need to be trimmed. You don't always see them if you're looking from it straight on. The other thing is, this piece isn't too bad, but with a lot of pieces, and I'm holding this camera with my right hand and holding my needle with my left, but if you need to define certain parts of it, you're going to I'm getting tongue-tied, with your needle, and you're just going to kind of move the threads aside. This is important with lettering or small detailing or anything. You know, you can, on a very detailed piece, this is very important. Go through and you kind of move your threads aside so that you bring out the leg definition of the crow. When I'm done a piece, as I showed you at first, I put them on either wood backings, I back them with wool. If it's a smaller piece, you can make little ornaments. What I would do is trim about 1 inch beyond the edges, and then I would press the edges back so that you don't see them from the front, and then go ahead and mount them however you'd like. I hope you've enjoyed this video on punch needle embroidery. If you have any questions, feel free to email theoldtatteredflag@yahoo.com.